All right. So there is a total of 3,500 points needed for the year-long event campaign. When we run the daily for the sub-events that count towards that, we get 50 points. They're 21 days long each, and we have 3 of them left. So that's going to be, what, 63 times 50. So right now, without spending any money, you are going to be at 3150. So you're going to be, what, you're going to be a little bit short. Let's see here. 3,500. So you're going to need 350 points in addition to that. So if we go back to the blog post here. So if you buy it out at the beginning, you'll get 700. But if you were to play half of it, so let's say you haven't played it all and you want to spend the very little, the smallest amount possible, then what you would need to do is play 7 days of the event that's about to start. So the first 7 days, you would need to play all of them in a row, at least once at a maximum every 24 hours, so you don't lose out on any days on the end of it. So if you played through 7 days of it and then you bought out the event, you would have the 350 that you would get from buying it out. Then you would need to continue to play every single other day of the event for this next one and the other 2 events that will be coming up later this year, and you will have exactly the right amount in order to complete it. That would be the absolute cheapest way to do it. It would cost you, if you're in America, it'd cost you $10, 1,000 zen. I would recommend buying it out at the beginning if you can. And you could also, you don't have to do it this time either. So basically any of the next 3 events, let's say you just play through this whole event, whatever, and you just play through the next event, whatever, and then the last event, you play through 7 days, and then you buy it out and play through the rest of that event, you would still have enough. So it doesn't matter when. So you have 3 different opportunities in order to do a buyout for it in order to still complete it. So if you don't have the money to do it now, still play it, and then you could do the buyout on one of the upcoming events. I would recommend buying the whole thing out at the beginning for the $20 or the 2,000 zen, because that's going to give you some wiggle room. So that's going to give you an extra 30 or 350 campaign points to play with. So if you miss a day or something like that over these next 3 events, you're not, totally effed, because that's going to give you 7 days worth that you could miss. So you'd be able to complete the event, be able to get all the prizes, spending $20 either during this event, next event, or the event after, and have a little bit of wiggle room to miss a maximum of 7 days total from those 3 events combined. If you just started playing, say, during the last event, and you have at least 350 for the campaign, so if we look at the game here, if you're at least at 350 or more, then you're good, as long as you don't miss a day if you're at 350. If you have more, for every 50 more that you have, that's a day you could take off or miss, if something happened. Just going to buy out for the 20. I think that's probably the safest. I mean, the other thing you can do, because we have 3 events, you could do just 10 on this one. Now you're good. But then let's say you miss a couple days on one of the next ones, then you could, then buy a portion of it out. So, I mean, it just depends. If you think you can, hit every single day, but you're not sure, it's not something where you would have to, overspend now if you don't want to, because you will have that buyout opportunity through the next 2 events. Just know, if you get to the last event, and let's say that you've done every single day, we're in the last event, you've completed the last event, but you're still doing the last week worth that they provide you to get enough points, and then you miss a day, because you've already completed that sub event, you won't be able to buy it out, and so you'll be out of luck. So I probably, if you're looking at a way to buy it out and, for as little as possible, and you even want to wait past this one, I just probably wouldn't wait till the very, very end. Because if you get through the end campaign, complete it, get your sub prizes for that, and then you're working on those last 7 days, and you miss a day, then you're effed. So it's just something to consider. But that's basically the bottom line. Right now, if you haven't played at all, you're going to be 350 short. In order to make up for that, you would need to play every single event day and buy out half of an event. At a minimum is what you would need in order to complete the event campaign. So I hope that that clears it up. I had did a small write-up. Some of the way I took a 0 off of whatever it was. It still worked out being correct, but it was just kind of confusing. So I'll probably clip this part up and just put it up as like a short or just a small PSA video on the channel, just so if anybody's still looking. So 1,050 per campaign without buying out is what you, or I'm sorry, per event is what you can get. Also, just to recap, just so we're clear on this, if anyone's unaware, let's pretend this event, it's not, but let's pretend this event is one of the ones that counts towards the event campaign. And let's just say that this event, goes for 30 days, right? And you get 1 point a day, and after 20 days, you complete this event. The way the ones work that count towards the event campaign is once you complete this event, let's say you do 1 a day every day for the first 20 days, but the event's still going on for another 10 days, right? You can continue to run this event. Obviously, you won't get any progress here because you've already completed it, but you will continue to get progress here towards your campaign. So just so we're clear, I think probably by now most of you know, but if you don't, you can run every day, even after you complete the event, in order to accumulate points for your campaign. I think that covers every little bit of how that works, what it's going to take to get this finished out if you haven't started, or if you were worried about it. If you played through a minimum of 7 days of any of the other events, then you have enough right now. If you've played more than that, then you're just good to go. It's just a matter of how soon do you want it. Hey guys, appreciate you watching. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, ring the bell, and sub to the channel for the latest news updates and how-to guides.